Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing another video in my Jupiter-Saturn series of astrology. And it's going to be for Jupiter in Taurus, Saturn in Capricorn. So this video applies to anyone that was born between March 8th of 1988 and March 11th of 1989. So that is the time frame that this applies to. So if you were born between that time frame or know someone that was, this energy applies to them. So firstly, I want to start this by saying Jupiter in Taurus and Saturn in Capricorn are both Earth signs. So because of that, they work very well together. They have a natural trine that they're going to kind of assist each other with. So Saturn in Capricorn is all about the, status, building something very, building a reputation, building something public, building something strong. Saturn is about rules and regulations and stuff, and Capricorn is rule Saturn, so it's kind of all about that and abiding by the rules and really climbing the ladder of success in a very normal way, kind of becoming a CEO and kind of working your way up. That is a Saturn in Capricorn. That's what Saturn wants you to do in Capricorn. Now, Jupiter in Taurus has that kind of Taurus is also an Earth sign, so it's very practical. It's the Taurus is like the physical, like the how do I explain this? Like the material, if that makes sense. Like money, anything that's really, really physical is ruled by Taurus. So literally everything that's physically manifested is ruled by Taurus. So mainly money, clothes, anything that's really something that you own physically is something that is Taurus. That's a Taurus archetype connected to it. So because of that, I have a best friend that actually has this combination, and she has Jupiter in Taurus and Saturn in Capricorn. She has Jupiter in Taurus in her 8th house and Saturn in Capricorn in her 4th house. So it's a very interesting thing to see, because she's the type of person that she is actually kind of building her own home-based business. That is kind of like a perfect example of this, because Saturn in Capricorn really wants you to build something very, very, strong, stable, career-wise. It wants you to have a career. It wants you to have that to fall back on, that strong area, because you work so hard at it. The Saturn and Capricorn person works so hard at making a career and making themselves have something stable and strong that they've worked all these years to attain and get to the top. That's the Saturn and Capricorn. And then the Jupiter in Taurus is all about using the resources that you have and having a lot of resources in general, because Jupiter expands that area. So it's going to make those resources a little bit easier for you. So a lot, my friend makes a lot of money, like ridiculous amounts of money. And it hasn't even, she hasn't even really finished her Saturn and Capricorn stuff. So it's really insane to see how much she's able to manifest, because Jupiter in Taurus is all about that luck in the physical realm, if that makes sense. So this a very good example is someone, like I said, that can just manifest money like nothing. Their manifestational skills are insane, and they can be I want to be in the physical, so I'm gonna make this stuff happen like that, and get this and get this. Oh, I want that. Okay, and it's amazing. It's amazing to watch, and that's really what Jupiter in Taurus does. It kind of really gives you that. Because Taurus rules your assets, it rules what you own, it rules what you call yours, what is an extension of you physically. That is what Taurus rules. So it's it expands that area, it makes that area bigger, it makes that area easier to work with. So because of that, you have more to work with to build whatever it is you're supposed to build as a career, if that makes sense. The Jupiter in Taurus is helping that Saturn and Capricorn energy build up something strong, something positive, something stable, but there is, Jupiter and Taurus could rely more on all the things they have and not necessarily try and build something out of it, which is a really common thing You know, they could try and just accumulate all this money for security, and they know they can do it, you know, but they're not putting that money towards building something, towards investing in something in their dreams and what they want to become and their goals. Like, that's kind of what this combination asks you to do, because it does really, honestly, they really help each other. And this combination is beautiful. It's really, really beautiful, because the physical is just so natural to them, and that's what they came to learn. They came to learn how to use the physical to create something sustainable in the physical. And my friend's killing it. She's killing it, and it's, you know, it's a lot of physical things, you know, and like I said, manifestational stuff is insane with these people. They're able to manifest things like left and right, you know, especially because of Jupiter in Taurus. Whereas, like, if Saturn was in Taurus, it would be a little bit harder to manifest physical, and that's more of like their lesson. Like, for example, like if it was switched, I don't know why I want to say this for some reason, but if it was switched, so Jupiter in Capricorn, Saturn in Taurus. So because of this, the Jupiter in Capricorn is going to get you that success a lot easier, but it's a matter of using that success to build something like physical, as opposed to the other way around, where you have the physical and you have to build the success. Because you're going to want to build something very, like, physical and manifest something that you know is created by you as a Saturn in Taurus. And then Jupiter in Capricorn is going to be like, hey, like, here's your success. Here's that career, that really easy career for you, that really easy public stuff. Use that to build what you want, to build what you physically desire, and make sure you really know what you physically desire. That's what that is. So now, like I said, this is Jupiter in Taurus and Saturn in Capricorn. So because of that, the resources and what you desire comes really, really easily to you. And then what you really struggle with is that like career, that building something, that public stuff. That is what you struggle with as a Saturn in Capricorn. You struggle with, like, developing a sense of authority. Really, honestly, that's what I see a lot of with Saturn and Capricorn. They have this really hard way about developing authority, and they are supposed to develop their own sense of authority as it goes further in their life. They are, you know, and especially during the Saturn return, they're going to really be faced with some, like, really big lessons in that area, depending on what their chart is and everything. But yeah, the Jupiter in Taurus is always going to kind of help them. So I would recommend a lot of these people, they have a lot of savings. They have a lot of savings, and they're very good with money with Jupiter in Taurus. And they're supposed to kind of use that to kind of help themselves, like, invest in their future, invest in what they want, invest in their goals, invest in building something that they know is what they want to be known for, what their legacy is, what their, you know, their career is that they have. Like, they want that. So yeah, I want to, like, think of, like, a analogy like I did for the last one. But it just feels like this is just kind of like, I mean, I guess an entrepreneur. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. You know, Jupiter in Taurus, Saturn in Capricorn, that's like an entrepreneur. It's someone that, you know, is going to use their resources to really build something for themselves and build, you know, maybe not just for themselves, but build something sustainable and strong using their hard work and their manifestational abilities. So that does kind of have the energy of like an entrepreneur around it as well. You know, and it's just really believing in your own sense of authority and having that. The Saturn in Capricorn wants you to have that self-control, you know, and that, like, go for a goal and keep working for it, you know, and work day by day to get to wherever you need to get to. And the Jupiter in Taurus is helping you, kind of feeding you that physical stuff to show you that you deserve that goal that you have in your career. So yeah, so that was my Jupiter and Taurus, Saturn and Capricorn video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I love you, and have a good rest of your day.